Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Little Nightmares 2 Platinum Trophy walkthrough, and this is level 1 called the Wilderness. And something important I need to address immediately is that as soon as this level starts, we start working towards our first trophy, or achievement if you're playing this on Xbox. And that trophy / achievement is called Evasive Prey. And the conditions to unlock it is that you have to reach a hunter's cabin without dying. And that takes around 5.5 minutes. So we need to be very careful throughout the first part of this level. And the good thing is that I am here to help you get there safe and sound. And also in this game we are playing as a new character. By the way, here is a tripwire, so make sure you run and jump over it, so we don't mess up that trophy. But we're playing as a new character. This is a boy called Mono. And Mono acts and behaves much like Six did in the first game, or the runaway kid in the expansion. The only difference, or the biggest difference in between them, is that he has kept up with his cardio. Oh, by the way, when you get out here, immediately start running. Hold down square if you're playing on PlayStation, it's X if you're playing this on Xbox, and make sure you don't get clocked by that tree trunk. But that leads me to what I was saying. Mono has kept up with his cardio. So stamina management is now a thing of the past. You can run unlimitedly, limitless, whatever, indefinitely with him. And that is a great thing. That makes a surprisingly big difference. Because I recorded my walkthrough for Little Nightmares 1, and I had recently played Little Nightmares 2 going into it. And it was quite a big difference. Also, by the way, when you're going down there like I did, you saw me starting to crouch. That is because the first time I went down, I was too quick and I missed the mid platform and landed down on the ground. And he is not impervious to fall damage, so that will kill you if you fall straight down to the ground. And in that little cave you also saw me embracing a figure, a child. That is called a glitched remain, and there are a few of them throughout each level. I think there are like 5 or 6 in each level. Can't really remember, but we will be hugging all of them throughout this walkthrough because that is needed for the platinum. And when we get down here, make sure to grab a shoe and throw it into those leaves and stay well away from them. Hard sentence to say. So you don't get clocked there, because now we are getting quite close to the cabin. We are around 4 minutes in, so it's only like a minute and 90 seconds left to the cabin. And the specifications for it actually says that you can't get clocked by any of these bear traps. But I'm not entirely sure if that's true or if it counts all deaths, but make sure to just stay alive. Be careful, don't get caught. And when we slide out through that trunk, first we're gonna go in here and hug our second glitch remain, like so, and then we can continue. Make sure to grab this stick that is lying over there and smack it down into the leaves. I like to start at the very edge, because I know that the bear traps are a bit further in, but just to be safe. Then we can jump over here, and this is quite embarrassing. I throw a pine cone out, miss every bear trap, accidentally kick one out there, and then I manage to hit one. If you want to be extra safe, there are plenty of cones, so you can throw a few of them out there. And when you jump over to this ladder, one of them will be set off beneath you. That is a scripted event, and it's just there to stress you. But if you have gotten this far, right around now, the evasive prey trophy should pop. So congratulations, you have unlocked your first trophy or achievement if you're playing this on Xbox, and now we are at the hunter's cabin. And as soon as we get in through this window here in the kitchen, make sure to jump up here and open the fridge. That will give you a trophy called What's in the Box, which of course is a reference to Seven, the old thriller movie from when it come out, 1997 I think. Great movie with Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt and Kevin Spacey. If you haven't seen it, well worth a watch. And now I have picked up a hat. There are a bunch of hats we're gonna pick up throughout this game. And there are some trophies related to performing certain actions wearing certain hats. And this raccoon skin hat is related to an action we will be doing later on in this chapter. So I like to equip it as soon as I get it. I will also tell you when you have to put it on to unlock the trophy, because there will be like a final chance of doing it. But either way, we head down into the basement, we have grabbed an axe and we do our here's mono thing and bash in this door and find a little girl. And if you have watched the title card, you can probably guess who this girl is. Yes, this is Six from the first game, and she will be our AI controlled companion throughout this adventure. So we're gonna spend some time together. There are a few trophies related to her as well. You will hear at the beginning she is very hesitant, and you can't really blame her because her first impression of you is a stranger making splinters out of the door that held her in captivity. And you can see how that could be a bit unhinging. But either way, we run after her for a little bit and get into this room where she tries to get down the staircase for the attic. And she decides to take a punt and trust you. So, and this is something that you will do quite a few times throughout this game, that you will have to cooperate with her or get her help to be able to climb certain things and stuff like that. But as soon as we get the ladder down, we can head up into the attic. We need to get up here to find a key to continue. And now you can see I am mashing, I think it's the triangle button or the Y button if you're playing this on Xbox. Because you can call Six. I'm not entirely sure that makes her come to you faster. That's what it's supposed to do. And it feels like it works. But if you do that, it's 20 or 26 times. I can't really remember. But throughout the game, you will unlock a trophy called 26. So, do that as soon as possible. Get that trophy out of the way. And in this room, we have this very nice corpse of a lady. She gives us both a hand and a lever. And as you can see, the grip detection in this game is, I wouldn't say it is as bad as it was at times in the first game, but it's far from perfect. That is something that can be a little bit frustrating from time to time. But either way, when we get back, 6 grabs the lever and we can run over to the sack, and she will raise us up so we can grab the key. All you have to do is jump over, hold on to the key, let go, and the key will fall off the hook. And that is another big improvement with Mono. He like takes the key and puts it in his pocket. Unlike 6 and the runaway kid, who had some kind of fascination with holding the key, because none of them had pockets apparently. And that is a great thing, because it leaves your hands free to climb and platform and other stuff. And as you can see, at times I'm mashing the button. But try to get that out of the way as fast as you can. And now that we're outside, we are gonna head out here to the outhouse so we can relieve ourselves for a second. No, what we need to do in here is grab another glitched remain. And now that we have gotten that one, we can continue onwards. And when you get into the next room from this one, first we're gonna push this big box or trunk or whatever it is so we can get through the window. And when we get into the next room, we're gonna have to crouch through the room. So make sure to start crouching around here, because here is the hunter. And the hunter is like the janitor in the first game. He will stalk you from now on. But we will settle the score with him before this level is over. But make sure to crouch through that room. When you go through the hatch, he will hear you and he will come chasing you with his shotgun. What you want to do is run behind these boxes. As soon as he fires that rifle, make a run for the next box. Do not, I repeat, do not linger. As soon as he fires, start running to the next one, because he will clock you. And there is very little time. And at this point, since we have gotten the evasive prey trophy, being clocked by him is not a big deal, because the checkpoints are spaced very close together in this game, just as in the previous ones, or in the previous one. But it's very unnecessary. But make sure as soon as he shoots, start running once again. And here you want to make sure to stay crouched, because here in the tall grass you are completely invisible as long as you crouch. He will shine his flashlight, but you can see he is completely oblivious as to the fact that there are 2 children hiding here. And then we just want to wait for him to move up. He will move up when you get to the edge of the grass. Wait till he turns his flashlight the other way, and then start heading for this, I don't know, it's a rabbit's burrow or something. And you will be safe down here in the hole, at least for now. And that is also one of those moments. Don't hesitate and just commit to going to the burrow, because if he spots you, he has a very itchy trigger finger. So he will not hesitate. He will shoot, and his aim he's like the grenade throwers in the Uncharted games when you're playing on crushing. He will clock you across 2 area codes. And here we have to pull back this rope so 6 can get across. And as soon as she jumps over, start calling her to make her understand that she needs to get back to the edge. And like always, when you're doing one of these jumps, make sure you get a good running start and hold down R2 before you make the jump, or right trigger if you're playing on Xbox. And now that we're across that chasm, we are gonna climb up these boxes, because we want to get to that box hanging over to the left, the one with the bird on it. And as soon as we get up on top of it, we need to jump on it a few times. I like to do these jumps facing the rope, because Mono has a tendency to, when he's jumping on that box, he moves slightly forward for every jump. So on one of my recording attempts, he actually fell off the box. But in that box was a hard hat. That is another hat that we don't need to use for anything. We just grab it for the for the trophy. It's not a collectible, it's fashion. Also, when the hunter shoots the box that's next to the wall, immediately start climbing. I've gotten clocked there. Same thing up here. As soon as 6 pulls you up, make sure to run. Stay away from the edge, this hole. Make sure to stay over here in the middle. If you're too close to the edge, he will hit you. He is relentless, that hunter. And when we fall down here into the swamp, we're just gonna move in beneath this little bridge and wait for a little while until he starts walking away. So we give him a little head start until he has reached like the second pole. You've seen him sweep across the water with his flashlight. Then you'll know it's safe to continue onwards. And here we go underneath this bridge. And keep an eye on him in the background. Wait for him to sweep across the water. When you see him moving his flashlight away, start moving, keep an eye on it. As soon as you see it go down, duck underwater. You will have enough oxygen to get in behind that tree stump, so you will be safe. Also, when you get over to this little place, we're gonna move up on this platform and push the tree trunk in the water. As soon as this tree trunk starts tipping over, make sure to run down into the water. Run straight towards the screen, because that is also one of those moments. As soon as he spots you, he will fire. And he does not take prisoners. He has a mean aim, that guy. But now we are getting very close to the part where we need to use the raccoon skin hat. So if you haven't put it on yet, make sure to do so. I will give you one more warning just before we need to do it. And over here we do the same thing as we did before. Stop behind each box and run as soon as he has fired. Running behind this one and then head for the door. This is your final chance. When you get in through this door, you need to put on the raccoon skin hat that I'm wearing. You need to be wearing it before you fire this shotgun. So be aware of that. Final warning, people. But when you have that on, run over to the shotgun and fire it. And if you're wearing the raccoon skin hat, you will get a trophy called Fair Prey, I think it's called, or Fair Game or something like that. And now, since that trophy should have popped, I'm gonna put on my regular hat once again. And now that the hunter is dead, we are almost at the end of this level. The first thing we have to do is push this door into the water. Since Mono and 6 are a bit lighter than Jack and, what's her name, Rose in Titanic, it will not sink, they both fit on it. And here you see me grabbing onto 6's hand. That is also a trophy. I'm running into the background to that TV over there because there is a glitched remain over there. As soon as you pick up that glitched remain, you should get a trophy called Wild Kids. But there is also a trophy in this game for holding 6's hand for 5 minutes. And it is a total 5 minutes combined over each or over all the levels. But if you're standing still, just holding your hand, remember that the trophy will not pop until you let go of her hand. So hold her hand for 5 minutes and then let go and the trophy will pop. And that is the end of level 1, and I want to thank you very much for watching. Also, I want to welcome you to this walkthrough. I hope you will enjoy it. And I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.